So when you look at the connected TV landscape, and really let's take a step back and look at the whole media landscape. We're talking about the consumption changes happening at a rapid pace. But what we're not talking about is that the screen itself has not actually lost consumption. The TV screen has been consumed more than ever before. But where we're seeing the shift is how we buy it. Is it demo based or audience based? Is it, through a linear ecosystem and traditional medium to a connected TV landscape where you have the ability to be more inserted and addressable in how you approach it? And I think for us as an industry to get a lot better, we've got to create the mechanisms that allow us to plan appropriately in both scenarios. So not move away completely from linear, but how do we use smarter tactics to plan linear smarter and then use the diversification thereafter into the connected TV ecosystem that allows us to be more addressable focused for all of our brands. Now, we haven't created that perfect oasis yet, and I don't think we will. But we also have to think about and get back to basics. When you think about a media plan and for a brand's outcome, what they need to be focused mostly on is how do I limit my over waste frequency and extend my reach? Reach and frequency at its basic core will inherently drive adoption, drive share stealing. So how do I get more people to buy my product? So how do I grow my household penetration, which will grow my business? So if we take a step back and start thinking through the media landscape, how do we use data and technology now in the future state to create a more impactful plan through all mediums in television, whether it be linear or non, and use those data points to be just really smart about where we place our dollars.
And Vinny, what about measurement and understanding impact?
So then at the end of the day, you've got to really think through, what am I trying to measure? What is the outcome? Is it reach driven? Typically on the TV screen, you're going after how much reach can I get for, from an efficient standpoint, but what is the most effective place to place that reach? How do you measure household identity in the future? Right now with, cookie deprecation going away, it has nothing to do with the TV landscape. But when we talk about the actual TV lens moving into connected, how do we use IP right now, which has not gone away, but use IP address targeting and then measurement capabilities, as well as ACR technology through multiple providers to really look at what my incrementality was within TV. Now, that's from a reach perspective, but we also have to think about, what did that incremental reach then do for my business? So if I did reach new people, great. Did they grow the base from sales? And those two things have not come together yet. So we have to kind of separate church and state for now. But when we talk about measurement in a TV ecosystem, how do we plan properly and then have an outcome? That outcome will be, did we plan appropriately and grow reach, within the lens of TV consumption? And I think there's multiple ways of doing that. We've just got to figure out what the right balance is between all of the providers that are out there.
So how might this shape up? We hear a lot about Nielsen One being ready in 2022. What are your hopes around a timeline where, media can be measured truly cross screens?
I don't think we're going to see perfect in the next couple of years. And I think that's one of the flaws that we have as a marketplace right now. We're waiting for that perfect scenario to be measured in every single screen that we touch. Now, what Nielsen's doing and Nielsen One is really beneficial, but then you've also inherently got multiple other avenues that are being created, whether it's through the Amobis of the world, the video amps, you've got then the device players in Amazon and Roku and Google, and really thinking through the bifurcation of measurement makes this a little bit more challenging. So for us, we won't have perfect, but I think we need to come at this through the lens of, what is the best option for this campaign and what am I trying to learn? So what I mean by that is, how do I create, and almost going back to sixth grade science, the scientific methodology? What is my hypothesis? How am I going to go about actually doing that And then what is the output going to be? How am I going to measure it? And what's, what am I hoping to learn? And when we take that approach, we won't create perfection, but we'll at least create this learning agenda and test and learn scenario to find the right balance as we move into the future, and hopeful in the next 2 to 3 years, creating a much more sort of perfect ecosystem. But I don't think we'll ever get to that perfect oasis again.